Tell us what happened to you.
Um, in my village, Ikeduru, my mom younger sister, she promised to take me to South Korea for my education, and also she promised my family member and also my mother that she's gonna take care of my education and take care of me. I was excited as a teenager going to abroad to study. When I got there, the situation turned very, very, very bad. I suffered in her hand. First of all, she promised me an education that she's gonna put me in school. First week I stayed in South Korea, I went to a school. She couldn't afford the school fees and I was expelled. I went out from the school. Since then, I was not able to go to school, both the Korean school and both an English school, both an academy, I was not able to go. And when I went to South Korea, I stopped at primary five. So she always used that insulting me that I'm a primary five disease. My best auntie that I thought that she's gonna take care of me as a mother turned out to be my worst enemy. And the most worst thing is that I don't know my father because even I knew him, he'll be there for me, he'll fight for me, he'll fight for my rights. But he was nowhere to be found. I have to face the situation. Getting to South Korea, my auntie works in a factory where they do some vegetables. And the people that work there is only adults. So she asked me to work with her. The boss there asked me how old I was. She gave me a sign to say I'm 27 years old. And I said I'm 27 years old and they employed me. I suffered and I helped her and we did the job. Still, she still hit me in that job, in the boss presence. And they'll be like, she'll be like, I'm not doing the job very well. You should understand my situation that I'm just a kid. I'm just trying to do this job and you should pay me and tell me, okay, don't worry, soon it will be over. But you keep being harsh on me so that I was so angry, I was so sad. I remembered my life story. I prayed to God that one day I'll be saved. So since then, she didn't put me in school. It was a very, very tough situation for me. By the way, I'm just a teenager, 14 years old. I don't know what is witch. I don't know what is spirit. I've not even seen them before. My grandma, who is my backbone, who always tell them, this girl you're maltreating, is she not your sister? Okay, go give birth and you can maltreat your child anyhow. Now she's gone. No one in that family that stands for me. The first son said that when he realized that he doesn't want to see any bad side in that family, she went to me and my mom. So then, I
When you say you don't know your father, what happened? Your parents are separate.
my mom got pregnant and the father, the husband ran away and only my grandma took care of my mom and helped her and took care of me also. So since today I don't even know him. I don't know if he's fair. I don't know if he's black in complexion. So then in Korea my auntie don't have a steady job. She will get a job today, tomorrow they will sack her, and so on and so forth. Problem upon problem. I even start crying. I said, okay, auntie, take me home. I want to go home. I want to go home. I pleaded and I pleaded and I pleaded. And she kept insisting that I'm going to stay in Korea and I'm going to die in Korea. That I'm under her papers and she can cancel my papers. So then she went to America. The flight tickets, I also helped her in the job and she was able to afford her flight ticket. So she asked me to stay with her friend, a South African lady. The same lady that she asked me to stay with, they are same character, everything they do is just same. Midnight, there is a game I play. That game, if you play long time, you can get cash, real cash, and you can exchange it. Her daughter and I play the game. So at time we'll be awake 11:10, 11:30. She'll be like, what are you guys doing? She won't ask us, what are you guys doing? Why are you still awake? She will go behind us and tell my auntie that I'm chatting with men, which I can never chat with. Sorry, I can never do that. So my auntie didn't call me separately to ask me this thing that this lady is saying. Is it true? Are you really doing this to me? Or is she saying the truth or she's lying? Okay, tell me your own part of the story. She didn't, and she just concluded that if she come back to Korea, that she's gonna maltreat me. She's gonna use hot iron and design my body and all that. So I was scared, and the woman was like, Esther, you have to take your daughter out of my house. I don't want her to stay in my house anymore. I pleaded for mercy. I asked the woman, okay, I'm sorry, I won't do such again. Forgive me, just accommodate me because my auntie went to the US. So she said no and no and no. And
You
my
know what? I don't want you to go on and tell us the graphic. How were you manhandled?
yes,
I know there are some marks on your body.
yes, ma'am.
So what
So
happened?
after
Were you
that,
getting-
after then, this South African lady hated me also according to my auntie's instruction. So the situation was so tough for me that I have to run away from there and go to the Incheon airport. I told them I want to go home, that
So
they
you
should
run to
take me.
where?
Incheon airport, South Korea. That's the airport in South Korea. So I told them that I want to go home. From US, she sent police people to arrest me, that I'm not going anywhere. They blocked me at the Incheon airport and they said I'm not going anywhere. Which they asked me, is Esther your mom? I said yes. So she told him that I'm not going anywhere. Situation keep going, and recently I lost my grandma. Now all the whole family, both the first son to the last, are saying that I'm responsible for my grandmother's death, which my hands are clean. So I have two aunties in South Korea. One is the oldest and one is younger. So I will stay with her because at a point I ran to a Korean welfare center to help me to go back to Nigeria because I don't know where the Nigerian embassy is located in South Korea. I didn't even have a clue that they're in South Korea. So I went to social welfare. I asked them to take me home. My auntie also came and spoiled their mind that they shouldn't take me anywhere, that they should maltreat me also, that they shouldn't treat me as a foreigner, they should treat me as a fake person and all that, which the welfare didn't listen to her and took care of me very well. And finally they were like, I'm not a Korean and my decision cannot be granted to me. So they asked me to stay with that your older sister, older auntie in Korea. I went to her. That one also, she's a single mom. The father of her baby ran away. The father is a military. She also have her own stress also. So all those things, she was like, I'm not gonna take care of you. I follow her to cold. I sell for her, and no one appreciated it, and they still treat me as nobody. So I know a pastor who is from the same nearest village in my community from Ungugo. So I asked him, please help me and talk to the Nigerian embassy. I don't know any person I can tell to take me home. I want to go home. So all those things, finally the pastor called the Nigerian embassy, and thanks to the Nigerian embassy, they did according to what I wanted. They did they asked me for a suggestion what I want, and they went according to my decision. Thanks to them also. So that was how I finally came back to Nigeria, with the help of the Nigerian embassy. Because if not, because the situation there in South Korea, no job, factory job, and at my age I can't do that. I'm not a type that go to Korean school to study for that long. I told them I want an English school or let me go back home. The Korean school I studied, I said okay, let me just use it to greet people. That's all. And they said I'm gonna.
Now that you are home, what do you want?
I just want to start from where I ended. I ended in primary 5. Now my age mates are higher than me, which I don't care. I still know who I am, and I still know I'm gonna make it in future. So I want to start from primary 6 and take my common entrance to go to JS1, and also make those people that think that I'm nobody. I'm gonna make my mom proud, and also my late grandma. Thank you.
Because when
Okay, we heard there are some marks on you where you were beaten. You want to show? Can we see? No. Okay, don't worry. Oh, it's in front of you. Okay. Any other?
Please, I'd like to know when did you leave Nigeria?
In year 2015, September 28th,
How old were you?
12 years.
When did you return?
I returned 2018, February 16.
Okay. Were you in contact with any of your family members while you were in Korea?
Yes, my auntie called my grandma. They were like, "Is Ebere going to school?" She's like, "Yes, she's going to American school. She's a big girl now." And my family members believe that I'm okay in South Korea, that I'm doing very well, not knowing that I'm suffering there. So I get in contact with my grandma. At times I speak with her.
So you never spoke with any of your family members in Nigeria?
No, because everybody sides her. Anything I say, they won't believe me. They're like, "Yeah, Esther is right. Let her treat you anyhow she wants." So I couldn't have an opportunity to talk to them privately. And even I had the phone to call my grandma. She will hear me, but I had no opportunity because you have to use your ID to get SIM card, which she's with my passport and everything, both my alien card.
Okay, apart from forced labor, were you forced to do any kind of sexual?
No, I was
Nothing of the
not.
sort.
And your passport, where is it? Is it, no, is it with you?
Yes, finally is with me.
How did you get it back?
With the help of the Nigerian embassy, Mr. Eze, he had to threaten her like we have to give her a passport. It's not your property; it belongs to the government. So she had no option but to give me the passport.
Okay, did your auntie or did any of them at any point threaten to sell you off to men to make money for prostitution? Did they ever threaten you with that?
No, but they always call me a shawo, which means prostitute. That in future, that's what I'm gonna be. That's what they want me to be.
Can we talk about the accusation, the witchcraft accusation?
Yeah, because recently I lost my grandmother, so they were like, I'm the witch in the family. Even my uncle, the first uncle in New York, he's a pastor. He also condemned me and said that I'm the bad girl in the family, I'm witchcraft, I'm a bastard, that he doesn't want to meet any bastard in the family. So they treated me according to what the story they had about me as a witchcraft, and they were like, yes, you're a witchcraft, and yeah.
Where's your mother now? Your mother?
My mom is with someone helping her, assisting her with money, so she has to work for the woman.
Can you explain that?
I've not really spoke to her. It's my auntie that I've been speaking with her. I've not had time to ask her how is she.
Her mother is mentally
No, she's not mentally. It's just that she
she
gave birth to me through operation, and she didn't finish her education. But my auntie put in a way that she's not mentally. She's okay.
Now, throughout the time you were in South Korea, some of the jobs you did, were you opportune to have the wages you worked for?
No, I was not.
She took everything from your work.
Yes. Not even a thank you. She just said, okay, where's the money? Give me the money. And
Well, we received the young girl, pretty 14-year-old girl, and I want to thank our embassy in South Korea for this initiative of social responsibility and ensuring that this young girl got back to Nigeria. They handed over to me, and I'm handing her over to a very comfortable and relatively secure shelter, courtesy of NAPTIP. And you see, this girl is a case of family maltreating family. I mean, at 14, what she probably doesn't know is they were waiting for her to, maybe a few more years, maltreat her. You know, she was working and giving the money to her sister without taking a kobo of her own. She wasn't going to school. And then subsequently, they would have just, turned her into a prostitute. So by the embassy doing this, they've saved this girl's life. But one assurance we will give is that we're going to ensure that she's well taken care of. She wants to go back to school, and she will go back to school, go back and do her go to primary 6 and again to JS1. So we will do what we will do as the president has instructed and the Minister of Foreign Affairs, that any Nigerian in distress will be taken care of. So thank you, our embassy, our ambassador in South Korea, for making this possible. And it's instructive that she is one of many. Child trafficking is getting more rampant. You're having members of families taking little girls abroad, and they go there to suffer You know, so the more cases we have of this, I'm sure the Nigerian government will be willing to solve them, especially for young children, as we have just seen here. So we will, as Mr. President and the Minister has directed, ensure that this young girl is properly taken care of. Her life will only be better having been brought back home to her country, Nigeria.